Hey, just give me a second to post this and I'll get set up. I want to do like another question and answer. So just bear with me. I'm going to post this in my group and I'll get started. Let me see. Just give me one sec. All right, we just got over the new moon energy this weekend, which is really crazy. I'm not a fan of any kind of moon energies. It's just a way to make things exasperated, like in your life. Like anything that's going good or bad is going to be really extreme in your face. So sometimes I've had really bad moons, sometimes I've had really good ones. It really just depends on where you're at and what you're working with. Let me see, what did I want to do? I wanted to talk a little bit about why your ex is not your twin flame, because it seems to be a really common question I'm getting. I can really think of probably a million reasons why your ex is your ex. They are your ex because you guys did not work out, you weren't compatible, so they're clearly not your twin flame. I have done I'm the runner in my relationship. I've done the whole running thing probably at least 10 times, so especially in the beginning. Mostly that consisted of me running out of the car in a parking lot somewhere else for a moment, or like temporarily leaving. They're not talking about breaking up, you know, being apart for years and then, oh, maybe you'll get back together. That isn't what this running is about. You would know. It's something totally different. And we're talking about divine love. If you look at your ex, that was very conditional love. That's why you're not together. It was more of like a control drama. Be glad it's behind you. I don't know why anyone would want to pass the lesson they're on and then go back and try to do the same thing over again when you've clearly completed it and moving on to something different. So you can't go backwards. It doesn't work like that. Like, especially, I remember when I first woke up, I had to completely move out of my living situation because I realized I was living with an energy vampire, basically. So when you wake up, you can't go backwards. I know you want to go back to sleep and whatever. We're talking about raising our awareness and raising our consciousness. It doesn't really work like that. Earth is a big school, and these lessons are very personalized. Personalized as in they can be very painful or very real if that separateness feels real. But a lot of what you're going through is an illusion. So to be careful what you're giving your energy to right now. We're going into Scorpio, or we're in Scorpio, which be really careful that you're not going out and buying stuff you don't need. Scorpio is all about, usually these people are materialistic, but they can be very unhappy because, as you know, materialism isn't going to make you ultimately that happy. So just be aware of that right now. I'm seeing people's relationships crumble. Because this is also about relationships. I'm seeing people dealing with deep, intense emotions. This is a time that we're going to be feeling emotionally, maybe highs, lows, whatever. You know, you can't, it's very hard. Maybe you can, but I can't stay at like a constant high vibe balance all the time. Like, I'm always going to have that maybe bad day in there. And that's what's going to make my day tomorrow really great, that bad day. So it's really hard to stay energetically in the same place. Even though you might be around the same place, you're still kind of like going up and down a little bit. So just know that this is a lot. Like, it's really like a roller coaster ride. And I say we're in a storm. Someone's like, what's that? We're clearly in a huge energy storm. According to my forecast, it's going to be over like Thursday at 5-ish. So we're kind of like at the tail end of a crazy 2-week energy storm. So we're almost through it though. We'll be through it like Thursday-ish. So you're feeling like intense energies. The moon, like, I can never sleep at all. Like, good. Anyway, I feel really kind of like a little tired today. Like, I haven't slept good in 2 nights because the more you stay on your ascension path, the more sensitive you're going to become to the energies around you. You're going to become more sensitive to the moon. You're going to become more sensitive to everything, the weather or whatever. Because when you're one with everything, you just really can feel everything so deeply. Go ahead and type some questions. I have one more thing I wanted to rant about. Oh yeah, so this is really an awkward topic, but I had some bad reviews on maybe my beliefs. I want to touch base on LGBT stuff again, and I want to explain why I say that I believe this is something that with a lot of inner work could be healed and maybe transmuted. You have to keep in mind, I've had many incarnations. I've been a guy, I've been a girl, I've been a guy again, a girl again. I've been all different sexes. We all have. A lot of times what leads to people having like issues with, you know, their inner body, they feel like maybe I feel like I could feel like a guy on the inside and my body is of a girl. That's why people have these issues, because they really are like a guy inside. That was what they spent most of their incarnations as. You have to understand this. So we spend a lot of time here where we're learning how to balance the masculine and feminine in each of us. Like, we both have those aspects and we're learning how to balance it. So I got some bad reviews. You have to understand that we all, like I just said, we're all here learning in a school, and a lot of us have things we need to work on. I know that I spent a lot of my life trapped in different aspects of Earth. And it's really easy to get trapped here and to feed into things. And just the goal is that we want to ascend. We want to liberate ourselves from Earth. We want to graduate. So if anything's holding you back, just try to look at it maybe with a different perspective. Like, a lot of healing can be done with just having a lot more information and understanding what we went through a little bit better. We are multi-dimensional beings, but a lot of our lives we spend only in the earth realm, only taking in what's going on in the physical, so we can't really understand the big picture. A lot of us forgot that we agreed to all this stuff because we forget what we agreed to. So when we go through a lot of stuff, it can seem really traumatic or whatever, and it can lead to a lot of issues, a lot of blocks. The last rant I wanted to go on would be someone said that their heart chakra was hurting them. Just be aware that empaths, I see a lot of empaths that are healers. I'm an empath, I'm a healer. But I'm very aware that if I'm even around someone, I'm taking on their energy. And just like I do readings, when I do readings, I naturally will take on people's blocks. And I know it's very important to get rid of those blocks later. So for this person, be aware that that heart wasn't your heart chakra, although I feel mine all the time. It's not a big deal. But just know that you're going to naturally start to be able to feel which chakra is blocked when you're like talking to or dealing with someone. You're just naturally going to be able to tell, like, that chakra will hurt you, or you'll have like a pain in it. You'll be able to feel it physically. So just be aware of that, and also be aware that you're getting rid of that energy every time you do take it on as a healer. Like, it's very important that I clear my chakras back out and keep my energy really clear, because you can really take on those illnesses as an empath. That's why it's really not that advisable for empaths to be rushing into healing without understanding all this. So just be really aware. Go ahead and type some questions, and I'm going to start answering them. Let's see. Let's see. Frida, why is that? About what? Be really like specific, because I want to get to all these questions. Type questions on whatever you want. It could be like personal. It could be on anything Ascension, anything 3D, 5D, whatever. I also see, while you guys type questions, just go ahead and type them. I'll give you guys a second to respond to that. I'm seeing crazy things happening. I watched what was going on with Standing Rock all day, I believe, Thursday, and it was really kind of horrific watching it like as it was unfolding. Just because, what can we do to help with things like that? Things that are going crazy in 3D. What can we do? The best thing that I can tell you is to be really careful about what you're doing as a consumer. Because the power that we have is we don't have to give these people our money and be financing them. We're backing what they're doing in Standing Rock. Anyone who has a Citizens Bank account or goes to Sunoco is backing that. So you have to understand, be careful about what you're buying, what products you're buying, what you're spending your money on. If you stop buying GMO food, they will have to change the food or they will go out of business. We can really change things from the bottom up as consumers. We live in the middle of a school or prison planet, whatever your perspective is, and it's really important that we start to become more consciously aware of what we're doing with our money and what products we're endorsing and putting our money into. So obviously, if we have a problem with chemicals everywhere, stop buying chemicals. We really can have an effect. We actually have the power. It's not the other way around. Kim, hey Robin, sending you lots of love. Thank you. I've changed so much over the past year. Am I in the right place now? Yes, you're definitely in the right path. The thing is that everyone's in the right place, though, at every moment. So I can't really say that's special, but so everyone is exactly where they should be at exactly any given moment of time. So it's really important to know that, but you're actually changing, you're working at yourself like I'm doing, as we're mirrors, and you're definitely you're starting to see those results now. It can be a really long road, a really long process, like we're putting all this work into changing ourselves, and you know, we're like a hamster, we want our cookie or whatever. So you're starting to see those results. Basically, it took us a long time to get here where we are as society, as a world, as whatever, our collective consciousness. It took us a long time. It took us a long time to descend into where we are, and now we're trying to raise consciousness. We are all trying to ascend and rise out of here. Keep putting in the right work, and you're going to start to see results. We're slowly affecting the reality that you're seeing around you. It's happening, but it's slow. It's not as fast as I would like. But these energies are only going to get more and more intense, as in they can see the earth is actually raising its vibration. It's very, like, you can tell scientifically. There's no doubt about it. So I'm also seeing a lot of people getting very sick from the same energies that are making me amazing. These energies they're amazing on my body. I'm loving it. I'm doing good. Every day I get healthier. Every day I heal. I'm making a real difference. I have a purpose now. I'm on my mission. I'm doing good. Much like a lot of you guys, like when I'm doing readings, I'm not just drawing anyone. I'm drawing light workers to me mainly, people that are already on the right path and just maybe need a little direction. So I'm really like starting to draw the right people back to me. I'm starting to draw my soul group back to me. So I'm seeing a lot of like people coming back to their soul group, trying to find meaningful connections, because you're going to fall more and more out of alignment with the people that choose not to ascend, the people that chose to stay in 3D. And I've had a lot of thinking about this, because I wouldn't say stuff is ever black and white. Nothing is going to be described like this is the way it is. Everything is so multifaceted, it's really hard to go into stuff. But for Shyla, who says everyone's going to ascend, this is exactly why everyone is not going to ascend. Some people are wrapped up in karma. Lifetime and lifetimes of karma, and those are just the choices that we have made before we came here. Those are experiences we chose. But a lot of people are karmically wrapped to the old earth, and they're not going to ascend. There's also the people that have the option that maybe they're karmically clear, and they will tell you, I like the 3D paradigm, I don't want to ascend, I'm staying here, I'm going to die here pretty much, and they don't care. They really don't care. So not everyone did choose to ascend. You are going to see a huge mass awakening, mass ascension. It's going to be something beautiful. You're going to see the new earth. You're tied into that, and you're not going to really be able to tell what has happened to the old earth. That's a good thing. But there are those that chose to stay, and they will align themselves with it. And mostly on a karmic level, they just haven't learned the lessons they needed to learn. And there's a lot of already fourth density beings that are running our world. Some people might call those reptiles, shapeshifters, whatever. They're already in places of control. They're already fourth density, but what happens when we reach a place when the third and fourth can't exist and only 5 can? They're going to be basically destroyed. Nothing is destroyed, though. We do not die, so it's not like anyone's going to die. Guess what's going to happen? They're going to another planet, and they're going to be there another 75,000 years, because that's how long our cycles are. After that, they will catch up with you. So those of you that are like concerned about your friends and family, they're all going to catch up. We're here forever. My soul's infinite. It's never going to die, and I'm just going to keep coming back in different forms. So it's not like a big deal. But there are those that chose to stay here, and they can do that with their free will. I think it's a stupid thing to do. I'm going to do everything I can to get rid of anything that isn't serving me, so that I'm not trapped here, and I can definitely ascend and help others ascend. What determines this ascension is your vibration. It's not even your actions. It's not even your karma. It is your vibration. And really, karma, we wrap ourselves in that karma. It's something that we choose unconsciously to partake in. It's not like it just happens randomly. So your vibration, if it matches the new earth's vibration, you're automatically just going to go with it. That's why children and pets are just naturally going to ascend. They don't even have to do anything if you're under a certain age, you know. It's us who has to do that work. And you're really working on raising your vibration every day. That's why you see all this junk food and toxic food pumped to the masses, because they know if your body is destroyed, that's one way to ruin ascension. You need your body. This is a very physical process. Like, I know I'm going to need this body for a really long time, so I'm trying to take better care of it, obviously. Let's see. So everyone is definitely in the right place. No one is going to be on the same path. I assure you that none of you probably had the same path I did. You might find similarities in the things we've all been through. I can definitely relate on a deep level to pretty much anyone, not just from this life, but from my past life experience as well, which I draw upon. So everyone's path is going to be very different. That's why in Egyptian times, they showed each god and they showed their ascension path and how they ascended, because everyone was so different. So they really, your path isn't going to be like mine at all. But you're going to like look at your life and you're going to see that all the experiences that you have had, they were not random. It was all to train you for what you're doing right now and what's about to happen. Hi, Jill. Soul sister, yes, soul family. Okay, Talia, can you explain 4D from 5? I would start probably more like second density, which would be animals and plant life. If any of you guys have pets, your pet is second density. Pets are also ascending. They are going to third density. And if they want to go to 5 with you, they actually are doing way more work than us. They can take another contract and go to 5. That's what a lot of them are doing. So that your pets' bodies are going through more than most humans, believe it or not. The third density would be everything that you're seeing around you. Think Trump, Hillary, sports, your collective consciousness world as you know it before your awakening, before you started to maybe be on the right path and start to be able to see higher dimensions. Many of us are we had a spiritual awakening. We're having one. We're going through it, and it's enabling us to exist in higher dimensions simultaneously while being in the lower ones, because these dimensions are like an onion. They're layered on top of each other, so they're really in the same spot. Now I know that I'm living in 5 dimension. You're seeing me broadcast from 5 dimension, but I know when I go to Walmart, if I had to go grocery shopping, that place is 3 and it's never going to be 5. It's just not compatible. It will ultimately be destroyed because all of 3D is being destroyed by earth, wind, and fire, and you're seeing it happen. They're just not showing you on your news what's really going on most of the time, but it's happening. I'm watching it all every day, and it's catastrophic. You can see it all over the world that most of the planet is being destroyed. So, because it's just not compatible. 4D is like unconditional love. It equates with your heart chakra. That's when you unlock your heart chakra, when you can access these higher dimensions. That's why it's really important to have your chakras clear. 4D is like a bridge from 3 to 5 at this point. But it's kind of like switching through channels, like we're a television. You want to be a clear channel so you can pick up these higher dimensions. Basically, the entire planet that is 3D is being destroyed. So there will be a new Earth, which will correlate with the 5th density. You can kind of think of it as your planet is moving through space and it's moving to higher dimensions. So it is not optional. The entire planet is ascending, and if you're lucky, you will go with it, or you will go to another place to learn. So people really are going to be sorted, and people will be sorted accordingly to whether your service to self or service to others. A lot of times people think they're service of others, but their motives really are for themselves. So it really comes down to your motives and your choices at this time. There's a lot of traps everywhere that will keep you trapped on Earth. Drugs, just crazy stuff everywhere that can keep you trapped here ultimately. Relationships, foods, just a whole barrage list of things that can keep you trapped here that you really want to avoid. You really want to liberate your soul at this point. You're kind of sick of it here. There are higher dimensions that we can learn in. Basically, we're trying to raise up our vibration so that we can learn in higher dimensions, higher places. I don't know about you, but I hate anything 3D. It's too dense for me. It's too painful. I don't like that separation. And I had a really rough time here incarnate. I don't know about you guys. I'm not coming back here. I'm not going to that planet to learn for 75,000 more years, because that's where all the lower vibrations like greed, hate, anger, wars, everything. Those people will see the end of this planet. They will see death and destruction, and certain people are going to see a new beginning. That's how we really ultimately get sorted. So I'm not going to go to that planet. That sounds like hell to me. Maybe in the beginning, I might have had a shot at going there when me and my twin flame weren't working well together on our mission, but I'm definitely not going there. It sounds like hell to me. So I'm going to do everything in my power to ascend and go to the new Earth and help build the new Earth. And that's where I'm at. Certain people are already wired to that new grid, to the new Earth, and we're already working on creating it in the same place, and we're trying to wake people up and help people ascend. Hi, David. I'm always thinking of your dog when I talk about dogs. On that note, I saw someone else who had a pet die, and which is like, can be really like having a child die for some people. It's really like, you know, heartbreaking. It's like a family member dying. I want to tell you that these pets, they incarnate with us. That's why so many of you have such a special bond with your dog or cat, because they've been your pet many lives. They've been here most of every life we've had with us. So we have these strong bonds with them. I know someone who had a pet die, and it was really heartbreaking, and that pet incarnated back in the same life, in this life, and they got the dog back in a different dog. So these pets keep coming back to us. We keep drawing them to us, and they take contracts to be our pets because they want to feel that unconditional love with us. They choose to be our pets. Luke, give me a specific question and I'll give you a message. I need like something to start with, or like a starting point. Pretty much just anything, and I can start rambling off. That's the next 3 people. Can you ask like a specific question you have? Do you have a specific question so I can answer it? Nicole, when I'm around a certain person, which is not often, but whenever we encounter each other, there's almost being able to read each other's minds, as if we've been around each other all the time. I feel myself pulled to wonder about them and dream about this person often. If it's someone of the opposite sex, it might be your twin flame. But we spend many lives with many different people, so maybe not. You have to really pay attention to how you're feeling around that person. Like, I've had many karmic relationships. Ultimately, they weren't meant to last. I wasn't meant to be with those people, but there were many lessons I had to learn. So I had many different types of relationships. Just pay attention, because telepathy is not like a big deal. I can read people's minds if I choose to. It's just something I'm not really into, but I can do that. I do have that skill. I'm very careful about the thoughts that even go into my mind. I don't really have that voice going in my head anymore. I pretty much killed it a while ago. But I'm really careful with, I more view stuff with my third eye. That's mostly how I think. But I'm really careful about the thoughts I do have in my head, because me and my twin flame, we telepathy each other. That's how we communicate. And that's ultimately how people were meant to communicate a long time ago. So as we wake up these strands of DNA, we're going to have those skills back and those talents back. That's why I'm really careful about what I'm thinking, because since we communicate that way, I wouldn't want to like seem like I was just talking and rambling. So it's going to be really important that you get a hold of your mind, because telepathy is how we're meant to communicate. We were meant to communicate like that. So these are coming back, and the longer you're on your ascension path, the more DNA will be woken up and keep going. Like, you just are going to keep on this path and keep ascending. It's not going to stop. I thought like pretty much I would ascend to 5D and go off planet with my twin flame or something, and I would just leave. Everything else would just crumble and I would have left. But then I figured out that no, it's right here in the same spot. Like, you're not going to actually go off world like that. So it doesn't work like that. So just start paying attention to your mind and your thoughts. So lots of people are just figuring out what their skill set is. My skill set was to work with my twin flame. So I would say your skill set is made to work with as a group or with a partner. It wasn't made for you to work alone with. So a lot of people are just kind of like unlocking what they're going to do and what their potential is. What is a chakra? Our bodies, they have an energy system, and we basically live or thrive on source energy. The more source energy you have flowing through your body, the better you're going to be. The problem is I see children, and they have their whatever blocked chakra you have as a parent, you passed that on to your kid when they were born, when they were a kid. So they have your blocked chakras that they had to work through unblocking, believe it or not. That really is like something that affects them. But most of the time they just get blocked up throughout our lives. And that's any kind of illness is going to be from a blocked chakra. That's all. I know that they taught you that you need like chemo and all this crazy stuff and these drugs that are going to kill you, but ultimately your bodies work a lot more simple than you might think. So all that cancer is like repressed anger and emotions that basically become toxic to your body. When you hold on to any kind of emotion that's negative or lower vibration, it's going to completely just destroy your body. We basically have a self-destruct mechanism. That's why you're seeing a lot of people dying from these energies. Ultimately, a lot of people are going to die from these energies. They're not going to be able to handle them. They're not going to have a vibration that matches the frequency. So basically, you just want all these chakras opened up. Me and my twin flame, we do open chakras. That's one thing we do. And then I do private readings. They last like 40 minutes on Messenger. If you're interested in this stuff, our website is sparksofdivinelighealing.com. And I would kind of recommend it for everyone. I'm really lucky in that I get free energy healing at home. And I take full advantage of it, I assure you. And it's really the best thing for your body for any kind of problems. I'm not even joking. It doesn't matter if I have a bruise, a cut, a headache, sick, whatever. Like I'm gonna have energy healing done. Like I'm not gonna take a medication for it. Also, I'm really into like CBD because I'm on it. And I couldn't find any answers in the medical community, so we just started selling that on our site too. And you can ask me about it if you want any more information on it. Talia, Robin, I've just been having a block on meditation. Can you explain that? Meditation is a great way to tap into source, something bigger than yourself. I say go within. That's where you're going to find spirituality. It is the same place you find the divine, and that's the same place you find your soul. So meditation's a really good way to connect. Another good way is just nature. If it's not cold where you live, try meditating outside or something so it's more like it just will take all that negativity off you, anything lower vibration. It will help you a lot, maybe. Maybe start trying to meditate in nature. Maybe change your surroundings. Change what room you're doing it in. Something simple like that might really give you a kickstart and just help so you have some fresh energy. I almost said manifesting. I was going to say manifesting. Really, I see like your sacral chakra. I will kind of work on that, the yellow one, because it's kind of like blocking you a little bit. That's the one that that chakra is for manifestation too. That's what these moons are great for. Right now is the best time to be manifesting what you want, guys. The best time. I'm trying to manifest some readings. If you guys want one, get at me. But you can really manifest anything you want right now. The moon hasn't completely gone away for mostly like another day or two. So really take advantage of these energies. Use them to unblock your chakras. Use them to heal. Use them to manifest what you want. I see people that are losing their jobs, or losing where they live, whatever. That is because it wasn't serving you. It would not have been removed from your life if it was. And you wouldn't have got rid of it. So the universe had to make you at this point. So please work on getting rid of anything not serving you. A lot of times we try to hang on to these paradigms that aren't working. And when you do that, it will be so much worse. The universe will just do it for you, and you don't want that. So just make these changes. Do it yourself. You don't have to be made to do this. It's real easy. So just get rid of anything and anyone not serving you. Yes, I said anything. That might be your relationships if they're not serving you. And let's define if a relationship is or isn't serving you. When someone is energetically draining you and taking all of your energy and leaving your light out. So your light, it's not dim. It's completely out. When someone is making you feel like that, you probably should move along because it's not serving you. And try to find something more in alignment with yourself, because it doesn't matter. If you stay, you're going to keep raising your vibration, hopefully. If you're good and successful at it, you're just going to fall more and more out of alignment with these people and these places. So do yourself a favor, and if you can, eliminate anything or anyone that isn't serving you, because it will really help your energy at this point. And it's really especially important that we're not giving away our energy or letting people drain us, because that's going to make your vibration so low that you're not going to be able to ascend. You're going to match the old earth with them. You do not want that. You need to get rid of any kind of attachments. That might be entity attachments, whatever. Just get rid of these attachments. Please pray to cut your cords. Today's Halloween. Pray to put your house in white light. I just saged extra. You probably want to make friends with the sage and stuff too. It is Halloween, so the veil is thin, and that can mean good and bad aspects coming through. So just really protect yourself extra today, and it will really help. So 7, how can I stop hating my ex-wife after she cheated again and again? Okay, well, either you cheated on her your last life, I would go with that probably, or you cheated on someone this life, because the universe is just responding to us. So you're paying off karma. I'm not sure if it's this life or last life, but you need to change that in yourself. I bet after you went through that, you won't cheat on your next girlfriend. You can say, I've never cheated in my life. Well, you did your last life. Don't tell me that. So that's the mirror so that you can change things that you don't like about yourself. It sounds really crazy. Just know that your ex-wife is you a different life. we all come from one source, and these dramas that we're going through, it's actually you a different incarnation. So I would be really nice to people, even the people that we can't deal with, that maybe we hate, maybe they really straight are mean to us. All you can really do is I send them healing energy and some love and light. Pray for them. That's all you can really do, because if you're holding on to those lower emotions, that anger, that resentment about her, you're really resenting yourself and angry at yourself, and it will just keep you trapped here. So I call those kind of relationships traps, because all they serve is to keep you stuck on earth. So how about you put some distance between the two of you? I don't know if you have kids. If you do, be amicable and just try to like do what you can to have a parent relationship with her. But if you don't have children, just completely distance yourself from her, but forgive her, because if you don't forgive these people, you'll just come back another life with them, unless you want to come back next life and date her. And it didn't go so hot this time, so what makes you think she's going to change? I would probably forgive her and move along, because we trap ourselves with karma by not forgiving people. So when you hold on to those lower emotions, you're just going to come back and play it out again with her, again and again and again and again. And it's like, don't you get sick of doing these lives on repeat? Aren't you sick of it? I'm so sick of it. I'm done. I'm done with Earth. I'm done. I'm ready. So you just have to reach a point where you're sick of it. You have to understand, like, I'm sick of the same things happening. And if we can't pass these lessons, that the same thing will happen in a different situation with another girl. Again and again and again and repeat. So you just really have to be sick of it. And your next relationship, use it like a mirror to change what you like and don't like about yourselves. I'm seeing so many little simple things that could be avoided. If you want to change the things you're seeing, you really have to just change yourself. Melina, what's your current situation? It's the same as it has been. It's not changed. You know that. I mean, like, you're still, you're working on ascending. You're figuring out things. You should be figuring out things about your energy by now, about how the people around you are affecting your energy. You are trying to heal, but your environment, I mean, it's not ideal for that, but you're going to make it work. So you haven't really changed a lot. You really, are on the right path. You've been on the right path. It's just such a lengthy process, and we go through these lessons, and you know, we all just want to finish fast. So you're still kind of young. So when I see someone, age really is a factor, because it can tell me about what things you have left to do in your life before you can kind of complete it, and it gives me a better idea. So you're really just working on healing yourself, and you're learning how to get along with people better, basically. Just work at being nicer every day. And you're on the right path, and you already know that. It's not like you're just going to one day go off the path, or one weekend. I've been gone since like Friday or Thursday, and just in one weekend you went off the path, and I don't know where you are. I can't find you. No, you're on the path, and you're just going to stay on it. But things are going to happen crazy at the end of this month. Towards the middle end, for me middle, my flame the end, for some of you guys it varies. From the middle to the end of this month of November, we're going to be having like another 2 strands of DNA activated. So it's really kind of a crazy month. We're going through an energy storm just to get all this work wrapped up and where we need to be then. So I call these, they're storms. And these storms can be really hectic and crazy if anyone's feeling the energy right now. But we get a lot done, so really use that to your advantage. I told you, are you doing your appointments? Are you doing your stuff? Go get that crap out of the way, so that basically you're done with all this stuff. So you really have to work hard now to get done with anything that you haven't wrapped up. And you're learning how to love. Let's see. Frida, about to be careful in Scorpio, new moon. Yes, yes, crazy energy. I feel better now. I know I'll get a really good night's sleep tonight. It was just kind of weird in the dream realm. I'm not real impressed. But yeah, it's just be careful you're not going out shopping. Be careful you're not going out and buying things that you don't need, whatever. The material world will be pulling you all towards it right now. And if you are going to go be a consumer, please be careful about what you're buying. Start to consciously shop better, because we really are supporting that 3D paradigm in these companies, these corporations that are not serving us. If there's a company or corporation that isn't serving you, stop giving it your money. So, Yeah. Prison planet. Yes, prison planet. Anyone who wants to say differently, I don't know. We are here to work. We are on a prison planet. That's what we do. Jazz, hi Robin. Can you tell me anything about my past lives? And also, is the man I'm with now my daughter's father, the one I'm supposed to be with? Jazz, or anyone. I do natal charts. I'm doing them for like $15 on my site. I can look at it and tell exactly what your past life was. Just this last one, it can tell me a lot of information. I would probably get a chart if you want to know more about your past lives. It can really like help, like your whole life has been planned down to the stars that make up your astrology sign. So we really are a mix of more like at least 5 like to 10 major planets. So we have different aspects that we can draw on. It can really just show you a lot of information. That's a tough question with your daughter's father. You're with him now, but you need to work at peace, love, and harmony in any relationship with. It doesn't matter who the person is. You're meant to be with them because you are with them right now. So yes, clearly you are. You're right where you're supposed to be. We're learning how to live in peace, love, and harmony and get along. We're learning how every person, it doesn't matter who they are, is an aspect of the divine. I'm an aspect of the divine. I'm having a human experience, but I am an aspect of the divine. We all are. We each are an aspect of the divine. So keep that in mind, that any person you're in a relationship with, when you love them, you're loving the divine. You're getting close to the divine. It's an aspect of the divine. It doesn't matter if it's a karmic relationship, soulmate, twin flame, doesn't matter who it is. We're all aspects of the divine. So be nicer to people. It doesn't matter who it is, and you're being nice to God. So really, it doesn't matter what kind of love it is. It's divine love we're looking for, though. And you know, there's a difference between that conditional love, that control drama kind of love that a lot of you are in right now. That's not the love you're looking for. You're looking for divine, unconditional love, which is ultimately a lot harder to find. It took me my whole life to find it. So any relationship, you just want to find someone that wants to evolve and grow with you. You don't want to get in a relationship and 10 years later you're in a totally different place than this person because they didn't choose to work on themselves or grow, and you're way over here. You're going to be out of alignment with that person. You need to find someone that's like-minded, that you can really grow with and learn with and evolve with. Like me and my twin flame, we're on the same path. We're doing it together. We've been doing it together for like a little over a year now, probably. Doing it together, and we evolve and we grow and we do this together. So you have to find someone that has the same mission and the same goals as you. That's ultimately what's going to make you happy. So a lot of people are very spiritual, and if you guys don't have that aspect of spirituality in your relationship, it will fall, it will crumble, it will not last because it's not serving you. It's really important that any relationship you're in, that you integrate that spirituality into it. Like sex is meant to be divine with the right person. It's meant to be a way to get close to God. So it's really important that you just make sure that spirituality plays a role in your relationship. John, it is your turn, but I need a specific question, like, so I have a reference point. Carol, I have lots going on, just like everyone else. I just want to say too much, but I can't elaborate. I'll just say a new relationship, a deep love that has just ended, or has it? Or has it? That's up to you. You can go back to that deep love if you choose. Ultimately, you're looking to go back to being one with source, though. That's what you're looking for. A lot of us spend a lot of times looking in relationships. We use substances to get to that higher consciousness, or tried to. We just, we give into materialism. That doesn't make us happy. A lot of us eat obsessively. That's not going to make you happy either. Like a lot of us have these holes in ourselves that we're trying to fill with something or someone, and ultimately it's not working. That hole is your soul. That hole is your spirit that needs filled. So we're working on completing ourselves as a person. A lot of us just go through on repeat these relationships to try to get to that completeness that we're looking for. Ultimately, you're going to find love when you're okay with being alone and you're complete as a person. That's how you're really going to find that ultimate complete love. You have to be complete. So I see that you really want to work on the things that you're trying to fill yourself with. Just a lot of things. It's not going to make you happy. We're looking for something, we're craving something, and it's not something that can be found anywhere else. We're we're actually trying to get close to source, to that source energy. That's what our bodies are missing. That's why a lot of people are dying, because you will die without this source energy. That's why a lot of like higher beings from other places in the galaxy, they live directly on this source energy. They don't even need food. They live on it. And ultimately we will too. So you really just need to get closer to source. You need to tap into that energy, whatever way you can. You have a blocked crown chakra. That's what I'm talking about. You really need to work on your connection with source, or you're just going to keep getting on repeat this deep love that left. Who left? You or him? You're not together, so it couldn't have been very deep for him. It might have been deep for you. You had to understand that. Where's he now? Not with you? Like, how deep was it for him if he's not with you? I die without me and my twin flame have a fight, and I have physical pain. Like, I've tried it. I'm the type that will test every rule in the universe. Trust me. That's how I learned so much. Yeah, I almost died before from fighting with my twin flame. So that's deep love. Like, you don't understand. This is not deep love for him. You're looking for someone that loves you back. Sometimes we pour so much love into the wrong people, and it doesn't get us anywhere. But really, I would take time out and try to heal yourself and fix yourself, because then when you do attract someone, it's going to be someone higher vibration. Like, sometimes we have a low vibration and we just attract the same kind of people back to us. You want to work out raising your vibration, having a really high vibration, so you can get a high vibration partner. Can we smoke together? Mark. I don't hang out with anyone. Even the friends I did have, I did get a haircut yesterday, so I kind of saw my friend, but I don't even hang out with any of the people I used to be friends with. I have pretty much built this world with me and my twin flame, and that's it. Like, so I doubt it. I'm really careful about what I'm doing with my energy. But maybe in the 5D, I have this feeling, like, since we're all going to ascend, most of the same people I deal with on a regular basis, we're all going to be the ones in 5D, then we're all going to really meet each other and come together. So, in this paradigm that we're kind of playing a role in, it's not going to work that way, but shortly it will. David, I've been experiencing synchronicity with my TV a lot over the past few months. What does that mean? You're definitely on the right path, but just in case you weren't sure, it's the universe loud in your face, giving you these synchronicities that at first you might have been able to play it like, oh, it's a coincidence, it's just me looking at my phone too much, whatever. But after every minute, you're just getting nailed with number codes, you're going to be like, oh, shit, yeah, I am on the right path. So, really, it's just so that you know you're on the right path. I know this too, better than anyone. You have a real good start. You are on the right path. So I can tell just by who I am dealing with a lot, basically. So you're on the right path. You're going to start to see more and more. You're also going to start to see magic all around you. Like, you're going to start to see glitches in the matrix. Maybe you'll see, like, because you can see the higher dimensions, like how you can see 5 and 3, you're going to maybe see the sky's really shitty over there, but over here it's really nice. Like, you're going to start to be able to see higher dimensions and the lower ones, so you're really going to start to be able to see a lot more stuff. You need guidance, Melina. I know, I try with everyone, I really do. So, I know. Meditate. Go within. You don't need guidance. None of you need guidance. Maybe like a little bit. I can direct you guys. Like, when I do readings, I can direct you and tell you. And ultimately, I know it's going to resonate very deeply with you. Like, it's going to make sense to you more than me, believe it or not. So, really, no one can give you guidance. You can go ahead and take someone's advice, but if it doesn't resonate with you, then it's not going to be right. So that's why this should resonate really deeply with certain people, and that's how you can tell. Now, you can take that advice, but you don't need guidance. None of you do. You can do this on your own. I know when I heard that, my twin flame said, you have to do this on your own. I mean, I turned to Google. But I turned to Google at first. I didn't know what to do, but I did do this on my own. Ultimately, we all do have to do this on your own. I can help direct your path and maybe shine a light on what probability would be best for what you're trying to do, you know, by seeing like what your future outcomes would be. But ultimately, this is things that you have to do. You've been programmed to do this. You've been on this mission your whole life. It didn't just start. You didn't just get on this path. You were on the path since you were born, believe it or not. You just needed certain experiences to become who you are now. But we're powerful energetic beings that are just coming into our power, and we're realizing that we really can make a huge difference. We can build and create a new world right here. We can manifest anything we want. We are so taken care of and blessed. I know I have angels and a guide around helping me. My mom helps me from the other realm. My boyfriend's dad helps me from the other realm. I have people from space helping me. I have so much help. Like, we're just learning that. And I know that people can sit here and say the world's going to end and whatever, all this is going to happen. Oh, the election's next week. That's great. That's fun. But really, I'm not worried about any of this, because I see that there are so many light workers that are coming together to help, and that it gives me like a hope. Like, I know that really from this day forward, every day of my life is only going to get better, not worse, better. And I realized how much power I have just over the universe by my vibration. I was never being punished. It was the universe responding to my vibration, which was low, mainly from chemicals and the foods I ate and the stuff around me, because I didn't know any better. Now that I'm learning this and I'm learning how my body works and how other people's bodies works, I can make a really big difference. And so can you, just by raising your vibration and making little tiny changes, like the stuff you put into your body, trying to keep toxins low, whatever. This stuff has a huge effect. We're ultimately all healing. Earth was a lot harder than we thought. What's going to make the most powerful healer? What's going to also make the most powerful healer, the most powerful person right now, is going to be having a very open heart chakra. Those are going to be the most powerful people, believe it or not, energetically. That is going to unlock these higher dimensions, will be having a heart chakra. A lot of us had to experience death and loss and grief in order to open that heart chakra. But we got lost in translation and we just blocked it up, and we keep those blocks with us. And then we're getting blocked. We're not getting enough source energy. And then it sucks. We can't manifest what we want. My manifest isn't working. Oh my God, I don't know why. Oh my God, I can't manifest my twin flame. I can't do this. I can't manifest, my job sucks, whatever. And stuff starts falling apart and falling out of alignment, because ultimately you need a lot of source energy flowing through your body. When you're an empath, I used to have her blocked the yellow chakra all the time. All the time, from taking on other people's emotions, all the time. And that's the chakra you need to manifest. Go figure, right? So be aware of that as an empath, of what you're taking on, because that can ruin your manifesting. Now I'm learning how to instant manifest, and I'm powerful at it. But my whole life I sucked at it. So we're just learning how these things work, because we were lied to and we didn't know how the universe really worked. I really think this would have been helpful for me to learn as a child. It's really, and then I can even say that these are lessons you guys are all going through in your lives. But ultimately, it's a little bit bigger than that. It's a little bit broader. It's more about, we are put here in this atmosphere, and the whole test is to see if we will, on our own, go back to source. That's why we have free will. We have to use that free will to choose to go back to source. That's what it's really all about. And in whatever way that entails for you. And when I talk about that, I don't mean in any religious institution. You do that by meditating, by going within, because you will find ultimately God inside of you, not inside of a building. So, John, how do I stop these leeches from following me every day? You raise your vibration. I had energy vampire problems at my job, which I had to get rid of. It's really just to make you get rid of things not serving you. Basically, raise your vibration. If you're vibrating high enough, these energies can't affect you. Anything low vibration will be out of alignment with you. It won't be able to go near you. I was just talking to my flame about how he repels his mother now, because she's so low vibration. She can't stand to be near him as much as he can't stand to be near her. It does something. It's like you'll be too high vibe. These lower entities won't want anything to do with you and will slowly remove themselves from your life. So the best thing that you can do is to raise your vibration. It's pretty much impossible to do if you're in a relationship with one of these energy vampires, reptiles, whatever. I would suggest removing yourself, and it takes a while to heal your energy. But we really are being harvested energetically on a massive scale. So we have huge energy drains. Primarily like news, maybe like if you saw a music video or something, it would extract all of your energy. There are certain energy drains that you're seeing play out politically, like Hillary and Trump and stuff. Just energy drains, like we are completely being grown for our energy pretty much. So just become aware of it. Become aware of your energy and what you're doing with it and who you're giving it to, because you're going to realize you have all the power. People are much more powerful than a lot of these other entities. Hi, Carrie. Amy, good message. I can't stay. You got to go to work. Me too. I'll check out later. Just wanted to stop by and say hello. Have a great day. You have a great day too. If you watch it, you're going to work. I know that's what I'm about to do after this. This is what we do here at Prison Planet. Have a good day. Stay high vibe. I try to stay real high vibe doing my videos to kind of like give you guys an energy kick, or, you know, give you some good energy, like an exchange. Carrie, yes, they're sleeping a lot. You're glued. Your cat is glued. Yes. The moons affect the pets real crazy. My dog was acting nuts yesterday, to be expected. They kind of act crazy. I could hear my neighbor's dogs barking and stuff. They kind of like act crazy about the moons. And the more sensitive these energies become, like the more you stay on this path, the more sensitive to everything you're going to become. Like I'm really sensitive to any kind of products I use, what I eat, whatever. You're just going to on your own become really sensitive to stuff, just the energies. Kim, thank you. You're spot on as ever. I feel like I'm finally being drawn to my soul family at last. And yes, it's been a long time coming. Yeah. So a lot of us are just waking up to realize we have a bigger mission. We have a purpose. That's really exciting to me because I spent my whole life just like a hamster on a wheel going through it. And I felt very disoriented. I felt out of place. Like I didn't belong here. I didn't have a purpose. I was just kind of floating from situation to situation aimlessly. And it really gives my life like direction and new meaning to have a purpose and a mission and to be doing something bigger than myself. It's really a good feeling. So a lot of people are just realizing that you're going to be relying on these skills, this skill set for your job. You're going to have to transition out of this paradigm. Eventually it's going to happen. And we're just kind of waking up to who we are and what we really are capable of and what we really can do. Because a lot of us work really mundane jobs. And that's why you're seeing a lot of these jobs fall apart. They're not serving you. We try on a lot of roles throughout our life to kind of find the one that best suits us. And you really want to tap into who is your higher self? What is your higher self? And how can I access that all the time and embody that all the time? That's something that I've achieved, and all of you will. You're going to be able to channel your higher self. It's really about balancing that higher self and your lower aspects too. So yeah, we're starting to draw out our soul group. We realize that we incarnate here with the same people. There's a familiarity with people. Like when you see their sense their energy, we're starting to learn people by their vibration and their vibes, not their appearance. For so long, I would go ahead and rely on what people would tell me about themselves and what they would present. And I did not know how to read people's energy like I do now. And it was really detrimental. I spent most of my life with my gifts dormant. A lot of you are too, where you can't access these powers, these gifts. They're laying dormant, and it's because of the situations you're in. The biggest way to do that would be drugs or alcohol. Completely shut down your powers. So that's how there's a lot of like, I don't like when they say mental illness. They say it's mental illness. Like I was watching a really scary schizophrenia case. That's really negative entity attachment in a really bad way. And from having a low vibration, obviously. And I mean, these are really crazy cases of negative entity attachment. A lot of this mental illness is not mental illness. It's something bigger that we just might not understand, such as negative entity attachment is very prevalent. A lot of the times people have it in their aura or their body, and it's due to a low vibration. So it's a lot more common than you would think. It's what keeps a lot of people trapped in addiction. Frida, how many dimensions are there? It's infinite. There are infinite dimensions. Can you tell us more about it? But honestly, I don't know anyone who's gotten to 8, because 8 is more like God status, and even like Ra or any of the higher 6-dimensional entities, they basically say God is 8 is like a God frequency. So I don't know of any entities who have achieved 8, but there really are infinite dimensions. So once you would reach 8, you would become like God aware almost, and that's something that you kind of probably get a roadblock at. Like, I don't know, I'm from a 6th density planet. A lot of us are here now from higher dimensions to come raise up the 3rd dimension to a higher dimension. So we came from higher places, and we're kind of like trying to help people, guide people, because we're not trapped in karma. I don't have karma here. I don't have any karma. As in good or bad. I'm making good karma now probably, but I didn't have the good or bad karma. So it's just what I'm making this life and what I'm doing this life. So I'm really lucky. A lot of people are trapped karmically from lifetime upon lifetime. They don't remember. And it's really easy just to forgive or do whatever you need to get out of that karma. Karma can easily be transmuted. It's something you can completely get rid of. And a lot of times the scenarios we're going through are karma related. As in, karma will not lose your address. It will catch up with you. So it's important to be aware of what you can do to help out so you don't have bad situations occurring to you. Tell you more about it. Our whole planet is ascending to higher dimensions. So in order to do that, you need a higher vibration. I started out with a really low vibration when I met my twin flame. I mean, we both had a really low vibration. He was like depressed. And I was real depressed because we can't be apart. It's very painful for us to be apart. We were both kind of depressed. I had a lot of medications I was on that were lowering my vibration, and we've been working to raise our vibration all the time together. So the goal is you want to work at raising your vibration, because there's going to be a day when the old earth is completely destroyed, and those that don't have a high enough vibration to match the new earth will go with it. So it's really important. It's really important you work at raising your vibration, because that's going to determine what dimension that you're aligned with. So there's a lot of us that can access higher dimensions or are living in higher dimensions while accessing the lower ones, because you can access both. So really just work on your awareness and making good choices, because ultimately that's what this is all about. What density am I, Melina? I don't know. You're most of the time you're in 5, but you're dealing with very 3rd dimensional stuff that you're trying to put behind you so that you can kind of anchor into it. So you're just kind of like going back and forth still. Though you're getting pulled to clear up those appointments and that really mundane stuff that you have to take care of, like you're dealing with that kind of stuff. That's very 3rd dimensional. So kind of deal with that so you can kind of anchor into 5 and get rid of that completely. That's what you have left to do. So that's why I say you're in a storm. You're kind of clearing up this stuff. But it really depends on what moment I'm talking to you. Right now I'm broadcasting from 5. So, I mean, if any of you are watching this, clearly you must have some kind of understanding of 5 to have either stumbled upon me and found me, period, or to be watching this. So most of the people I'm drawing to me are light workers that are seeing 3, 4, and 5 at this point. Or maybe they're seeing 3 and 4 and working on 5. It really depends. But everyone that's watching this has a really good start. You didn't find me randomly, I assure you. Hi, Randini. I am doing great. It's Monday. Back to Monday. But I'm doing really good. I had a really high vibe weekend. We went to a haunted house. And it was really insane. It was like an hour away, like a horror movie. And it was pretty creepy and insane. And I don't know. It was really cool. That's pretty much what we did. And we ran around and took care of a lot of stuff, errands, which wasn't too fun. I feel a little bit crazy, but I was definitely accessing very high dimensions this weekend, and I had an amazing time, and it was just amazing. Wendy, what do I see happening this week? Right now is a good time to take care of these 3rd dimensional things I just mentioned. If you have appointments, if you have I don't know, court stuff, if you have job stuff, if you have just stuff that you need to take care of, start taking care of your bills, catching up on paperwork, go clean your house. I'm noticing a lot of cleaning that needs to be done. As in, you guys should be cleaning your house. It's a good time to be purifying, cleaning. Sounds crazy. I was noticing my friend needed to clean her house yesterday. Just cleaning projects, wrapping up 3D stuff like you can. So that's just basically, it's going to be a really crazy week till like Thursday. So everything's going to be more in your face. Like, I don't know if you guys noticed the moon energy this weekend where anything either good or bad is in your face. You're seeing loud and clear what you need to fix, what you need to change, what isn't going so well. Maybe it could be in your relationship, whatever your life, it's going to be loud and clear in your face. So for the rest of the week, then you're going to get a little break from Thursday to Monday. You're going to get a nice little break. Not really, because we do get a little downtime. It's like a roller coaster. And then, the elections are next week. I believe Monday. Have fun. Or Tuesday. Monday or Tuesday. So then the country will get crazy again. And we'll go right into another storm. So it's kind of like a roller coaster. Just get ready. Just go with the flow. Get ready to roll with it. Just kind of like go with the flow. Your soul will lead you. You will know what to do. Luke, my reptilian girlfriend. I did a whole rant in the beginning. I'm going to have to get another iced tea on this note. Hold on one second. Alright, I did a whole rant in the beginning about that. That's what I was talking about with relationships. Somewhat I did touch base on that. But yeah, well, a lot of us are dealing with fourth density reptiles in our lives. We're maybe realizing that that our significant others might even be a reptile. People we date, I've dated one. I'm just saying, and you can say reptile maybe as in the physical shapeshifter, but any entity that can only use the reptilian area of the brain, that could be a human. There's some people that only use the reptilian half of their brain, and that's pretty scary too, because love and anger are real close. Like those basic needs, that fear, survival, anger, those kind of low, like they have very basic emotions. They can't see the big picture like me, who's using mainly the front part of my brain. So I'm just saying it can be really scary. These are beings that do not have much of a connection with source, and a lot of them feed off of people's source energy. That's what they eat. That's what they thrive on. That's why you see a lot of really sick things in our country with like human trafficking, sex stuff with kids disappearing and stuff. Most of those people got eaten by reptilians. I don't know if you notice all the people that go missing every year, that Hillary Clinton has to have abortions everywhere because that's stuff they eat. So they feed off of fear energy and those lower vibrations. You're never going to be able to date a reptile and have a nice, steady, consistent relationship because they had to have that drama, that fear, that anger, those emotions. They will trigger them in you and they will eat that energy. And it's very draining. I see people that get out of these relationships if they're lucky and they can, and they're very broken. And if you're a food source, think like True Blood. Do you really think that that kind of entity is going to let you go easily? No. They will try to destroy you and destroy your life. And people might equate it to like empath and narcissistic relationships. Yeah, a lot of these beings are very narcissistic. So just be really aware that now that you're awake and you're aware of your energy, you're going to have to move out and break up with her. Because I had an energy roommate, vampire roommate, and I lived upstairs and the roommate lived downstairs, and he could drain my energy from across the house in different rooms, you know? Like, you're going to learn these things. And I had an employer like that, and I would do very advanced moves like try to take back my energy and all sorts of things to play with it. I will tell you the best thing, you don't want that energy back because it's been tainted once you know, goes through that being. You don't want it back. You need to just distance yourself and leave. Pretty much run away. Or whatever, remove yourself from that situation. You're not going to get anywhere. It will just leave you depleted and drained in a way you can't even understand. Even if you're just going around that person, like I was working like 2 days a week, and just even being around that energy drain for like 2 days a week, it had a really devastating effect on my body. It's really, really catastrophic. That is your life force energy, and you actually need it to live. So when you give away your source energy, it's energy you ultimately need. And it will just have bad effects on the body because you're thinking badly about that person and your body can't perceive it any differently than you thinking badly about yourself. So it's going to have bad effects on your body. Like your body will start to break down. So you're going to learn that you have all the power in these scenarios. I know a lot of people will see like negative entities in astral world and freak out and be scared. Don't be scared. It's actually when you get rid of that fear, they have no power. The only power that they would ever have is if you have any fear. So get rid of fear and you'll be fine. Jose, good morning, Robin. What do you think of all these events happening at the moment around the world? Yeah. Um, there are crazy events. What is the bigger picture here? Problems like global warming, nuclear issues, the crazy U.S. elections, Standing Rock, racism, European refugee crisis, Latin American turmoil. Yes, there is craziness everywhere. I keep really up to date on what's going on. Basically, believe it or not, Facebook is a really good news source for some stuff if you're able to discern what's real and what's not real. Even the stuff that is real, keep in mind that we live in a hologram. So a lot of what you are seeing is illusion, and it's to elicit a response from you. A lot of what you're seeing is illusion so that a response can be elicited from you to gauge your reaction. So we're creating all of this. These things were always here. We always had political extremism. We always had religious extremism. We always had racism and crazy things like this going on, but it's becoming more and more crazy. Basically, as light workers assemble and start to basically, by people following the path of the light, it is making the darkness more rampant. It is making it crazier and crazier. And we're tipping that pendulum somehow by embracing basically good. We're making evil happen. It sounds really crazy. But polarity isn't real either. There is no good and bad. There is no evil and whatever. There is none of that. It's not even real. Like, that separation is an illusion. We all are one. So I feel very badly for any of the people that are wrapped up in those dramas on either side, because it's an illusion. So when we perceive ourselves as separate, even if we might be right on the issue, it's really detrimental to us because we're all one. And ultimately, you're going to see that you pretty much have done every life in this matrix and that everyone else is just a different incarnation of you. So be really careful with anything you're aligning with. That's why politics, honestly, there's no difference between Hillary and Trump. They're both reptilian shapeshifters, and both parties are owned by the same people. So it doesn't matter who becomes president. The person who will become president is the one who's most manipulatable, most will do basically what the elite want. So it's not any difference. Don't feed into that. We do have really big problems when our government is not serving us. Did you see how Obama responded to Standing Rock? I was watching it when he sent in our military with rubber bullets to go shoot the Native Americans standing there. I saw how he responded. That was how our government responded. They sent in the military to go fuck up the Native Americans. That is our tax money right there. How many people are impressed with that? I've been wrapped up in these systems too. They are not serving us. They are not for our good. So I think people are really starting to wake up to that, and we're going to see crazier and crazier things in 3D. 3D is ultimately going to be destroyed by Earth, Wind, and Fire, but war and stuff is going to play a very important part on that. So the only solution that you can do is work on yourself and become spiritually strong so you can ascend out of that world, because it's not going to change. It's going to get worse and worse and worse and worse. And the things you're seeing are going to get crazier, crazier, and crazier. But I will tell you, there are higher dimensions that you can access here, and you can graduate from that school and go to higher dimensions to learn. Basically, more and more, things can't be hidden. Anything not of light is going to come out and keep coming to the surface and coming to the surface. And, really, look at Hillary Clinton. I don't know, but they keep saying she's like, oh, we're going to reopen her case for their emails. No, they're not. No. She's not going to go to jail, because we have such corrupt systems that it doesn't matter how many times you get caught breaking the law. If you're in a position of authority, you will be protected. But if you're someone like, slave class, like we all are on Prison Planet, you have no rights and they don't care about our rights. But if you're someone in a high position, you can pretty much do whatever you want. Are those the kind of values that we want to teach our children? That money will gauge where you are in society like that? I doubt it. I think we really need to work on building this new earth and making real changes, as in distancing ourselves from that dimension and trying to create a new world right here, same place, just trying to create a different world. And you really can do that yourself. So just be really careful about what you're giving your energy to. You have to know that any of these news sources are being generated ultimately by the same sources. And a lot of what you're seeing is really just a straight up illusion. This is a hologram. It's like a sophisticated computer program. So just be really careful about what you're watching because most of it isn't real. Melina, what's your soul path? I did a chart for you. That was the first thing I sent you. It had an article on it. I forget though what your soul sign was. But that's why those birth charts are really helpful. It will tell you what your soul path is and what your mission is and what you're supposed to be kind of working towards. It will give you a really good idea. It's written in all of our stars. Sorry, my dog's going crazy over the mail. Carrie, certain people are already picked for the new world. Clarify. They're not picked. But you can tell who's already has a good start on Ascension and who's already aligned with that new world. You can tell who's tuned in and who's not. You really can at this point. You're starting to be able to see more and more. And it's the people that have pretty much been on this path with me the whole time that I'm talking about. So I can really see that the people that I'm attracting are already on the right path. And they're just maybe like need a little bit more direction or whatever. A lot of the people that are sent to me. So like if you're drawn to me, it's not for no reason. Like I'm attracting certain people to me, and the people I'm attracting to me are healers. Maybe you have a crystal child, maybe you have a twin flame. There is kind of like it's not random. Nothing is random anymore. You're going to start to see more and more through what's going on, and you're going to start to see that nothing in your life was ever a coincidence. So you're just going to start to see through things. It's your choice. You can use your free will to leave here or stay here. Everyone has a personal choice. So it's not like people are picked like in the Bible. Oh, if you're lucky, you're going to be a chosen one. No, you pick yourself. You use your free will to go back to source. If you want to ascend, then you can. You can do that. So it's really easy. A lot of people just choose to use their free will to stay in that 3D paradigm. They like it. They want to go to that other planet and keep playing Monopoly. They really like it. I know a lot of people that will tell you that. Good morning, Humberto. Wendy, did you notice yesterday was a super long day? Oh my God, yeah. I did when I was running around to like 2 different grocery stores and all these places running errands and non-stop running around. So I used that to my advantage to get as much stuff done as I could so I could kind of have a chill time now. So I could kind of go back to work, relax, whatever. I was using that energy, like I've learned how to use it effectively. So I know that whenever a moon comes around to be really careful. Number 1, I don't fight with my boyfriend. And number 2, I'm going to be really careful just that I'm getting as much done as I can with the energies. That's kind of where I'm at right now. If anyone wants a reading, you can go ahead and private message me. I'm going to be around all day doing healing and readings. So I'm really using these energies to my advantage and just jumping into it. At first, I will kind of have a hard time with it, feel emotional, whatever. You'll just get more and more grounded and you'll start to be able to use these energies better. We have these crazy things going on with our planet. So the moon really is affecting us a lot more strongly, like the more time goes on. Stephanie, will you ascend and heal? Yeah, you're already working on the healing part and the ascension part. It's just like a slow process. It doesn't happen overnight like we want. You just really have to stay on the path and keep working at yourself. I go over this over and over, that it comes down to being a nicer person. It comes down to we need to try to be nicer people to everyone in our lives. It doesn't matter who it is. It doesn't matter who it is. I'm going to say again that the military, I don't care who they were, working for the government agencies that went in to purposely harm the Native Americans protesting for water, I will tell you that is horrible karma. You don't even want to hear about what I think about that karma. Horrible karma. I was watching as the buffalo came to like kind of save them. You have to understand that these are very spiritual beings that ultimately that it's very bad to mess with. It's very horrible karma. Like people don't really understand karmically the things they're aligning with, and they think they're doing the right thing because the government is telling them it's okay, and that's the law. They're following the laws. I know a lot of people who hide behind these laws and think that the actions that they are taking are okay. They are not. We have a sense of right and wrong. It doesn't matter what our legal system says is right and wrong. We know. We have a built-in kind of barometer. Just start to rely on that more and more, because those that are looking for answers outside of themselves, either in their government or whatever, they're going to be misled. So those that are really listening to their inner voice and their soul, they're going to be fine. They're just naturally going to be fine. It's those that are looking for someone to save them that are going to have a problem. Nicola, I've had many visions of an extraterrestrial past life. Why would I come back to Earth? I feel like that's taking steps back because of how advanced extraterrestrials are. I actually am not from Earth ever originally. I've had like 4 lives on Earth. Sounds really crazy. I haven't had a lot of my lives on Earth. I'm not originally from here. So we came back because we heard a call. We wanted to help. We were needed here to help. You heard a call. You volunteered to come here. No one made you come back here. You wanted to come here. You're not taking steps back at all. I wouldn't look at it like we're more advanced than most people at all. You might feel that way, but we're all one. So people just have different skills. People just have different knowledge. So I kind of envy a lot of Earth humans because they can go through this matrix a lot easier. They're badasses. So it might be a lot harder for an extraterrestrial. So don't be thinking that being advanced is really going to help you. You were very lost and unconscious most of your life. So clearly it didn't help you that much. So just kind of like get rid of anything that's judgmental like that, because it lowers your vibration really bad. So I just took on a lot of it. I can feel it. Like I just took on some of that for you. Just be really careful that you're not like using that to think that you're better in any way. This is a school and we're all from different places. Trust me. I see elementals. I see angels. I see starseeds. I see people from all different places, but we're all one ultimately. So just be really aware of that. We just have different skill sets, but we're all needed in our own way. There's also extraterrestrials among us helping us. We're not born from this planet that we're not incarnated in. So it's really a mixing, melting pot of who's helping right now with Ascension. There's a lot of different entities coming together to help. Rendini, I want to ask you how to cleanse a new house just after finished building construction. Sage and pray to put you and your house in white light. I would do it periodically. It's a really good protection mechanism. Melina, you're helping build 5D. You're not going there. You're helping create it. Your thoughts right now, you're already wired into it, are helping to create 5D. So just become really aware of your thoughts. They're powerful. You're going to start to see them actually speeding up with what you're manifesting. Like this energy right now, you can instant manifest whatever you want right now. If you're having a hard time with it, maybe private message me and I can do something with your chakras because you might have a block. Because right now, you should be able to instant manifest whatever you want. Wendy, is our bank's going to close soon? Honestly, I could say, yeah, we're going to have economic collapse. It's imminent. Those of us going to 5D know that's true. But I'm just going to say that I think that a lot of people aren't going to notice anything out of the ordinary at all. Like everything's just going to keep going and going like how normally goes. And people aren't even going to notice the change, like the 3D people. But you're going to notice big changes because you're already aligned and connected to 5D pretty much. And we're just really working on anchoring into that. So you just really let go of any expectations. Let go of, oh, I think this will happen. Maybe this will happen. Let go of all that. Just start to view the world like a kid would with just completely open mind, completely open eyes, and just watch. Just watch what's going to happen. And you're going to see crazy things unfold. Crazy things. We're on a crazy divine plan that I can really tell you, maybe individualize what you should do with your life, but I can't even comprehend this big plan. So just really view things with open minds. I would say that if people were smart, that Citizens Bank would close. It might very soon because of this stuff with the Native Americans. And people are going to become aware of what they're putting their money into. And I heard a lot of videos advising people, advising people that if they had their money in Citizens Bank to take their money out of that bank immediately. And if I had an account with them, I would. So I'm just going to say that I would. Like, so people are going to start to become better consumers. And you're going to see a lot of companies falling. I like Johnson & Johnson with the baby powder cancer. You're seeing these huge corporations that are falling, or they're gunning. So be careful with what you're putting your money into. Hi, Nikki. I just saw your hi. Melina, am I with the right person? I say this all the time, and you say, that's my twin flame. That's my twin flame. You're with the right person because you're learning right where you're supposed to be, but he's not your twin flame. You guys are building 5D, just not together. This is someone who's ultimately not meant to be with you. You're not going to be with him forever because you're not meant to be together. So you can go ahead and try to make it work with someone all that you want, but if you're not ultimately meant to be with them, I'm only meant for one person. So ultimately, everyone else I was with didn't work out. Like, I was only made to be with my other half of my soul. You have to understand this. So I'm not going to work with anyone else. So it doesn't matter how much I try to be in peace, love, and harmony with everyone else. It didn't work. So you're going to find that out, that really these are learning experiences. And he's really teaching you a lot, though. He's aware of 5D, and he's helping wake you up. And he's giving you a really important gift. But ultimately, just know that you guys aren't going to be together long term. Just the fact that you had to ask also tells me that you know that there must be problems, or you wouldn't be asking all the time. It's like questioning it. But just listen to your own intuition. Aileen, someone from your past life, which you thought was the love of your life, just got in touch with you. I never stopped thinking about him. Now, I have a question. I come back to the same truths all the time in my life, and I see them differently. I'll come back and maybe see someone I haven't seen for a while, and I'll view them completely different. Maybe I thought they were really great before, and now I'll see through it and see they're not so hot. That was why you're viewing this and why you're running into these people. It was so that you can kind of leave here on a good note with them. So I have people from my past all the time drawn to me, and I know I just pretty much am like, hi, how are you? Great. And that just being like cool again kind of like gets rid of that karma in some way we can't really comprehend. It's not your flame. You're not meant to be with them. They're in your past for a reason. If they're resurfacing now, forgive them and move along. So it's something karmically that needed to be cleared up. So kind of think about what you're hanging on to with that person and why you're seeing these memories. It's so that you can let them go. We're constantly letting go of layers of stuff that isn't serving us. So we're constantly coming back to the same people, the same situations, and seeing deeper truths, seeing things for what they really are. Because when you were going through it with them, you had a different perspective. Have a good day at work, Jose. Jenny, I've met my twin. Just wondering when we will meet up to spend time together. Your twin? If you're with your twin flame, you're never going to want to be apart. Me and my twin are only apart when we work. That's the only time we're ever apart, and I'm not even exaggerating. We're always together. This is someone that you would not want to leave your side. You would want to spend all your time with. That would be a clue. So it sounds like you said you met your twin, but you're wondering when you'll meet up to spend time together. Did you meet this person online or in real life? Because I'm a firm believer that you'll never meet your twin flame online. I'm just going to say it. You're going to meet in actual, like, real life physical location. So I'm not sure if you really met them. This is someone you're going to meet in person and just randomly, like randomly, the universe will bring you together when you're right. Are you complete as a person? That's how you can tell if you've met your twin flame. You will be complete as a person, like you will be done with all the lessons you need to learn. Frida, I don't want to reincarnate again. I'm not going to go into this plane, but there are a lot of advantages of having a physical body. So it's like you say that, but I recall in the spirit realm, you can only do so much as just an energy being. Like sometimes you want to have a body. Like me and my twin flame wanted to come here with bodies to express our love for each other. So when I was just a light body or an energetic being and I didn't have a body, I was kind of limited in the things I could do. So you kind of did want this body and you spent a really long time trying to get one here. Sounds crazy. I'm not going to incarnate into a 3D place anymore. Josh, what part are you going to play in the 3D battle? You're learning energy. You're learning energy healing, obviously. And in order to do that, you had to unblock your heart chakra in order to become a really good healer. You had to work on your heart, opening your heart chakra more yourself. So just kind of look into it. Let go of any grief you have that's not serving you, and it will really help you a lot. Patricia, if you want to see if your chakras are all open and balanced, just private message me. We do really I do cheap readings and I do cheap opening up chakra clearings. So just private message me and maybe send me a picture so I can kind of see better. And Jennifer, what happens next? Really, you're just going to have an open mind and you're just going to watch. So let go of any expectations of what should happen or what you want to happen. Because ultimately, we're just learning how to give over our will for the divine will. And we're learning to just go with the flow and just take it as it comes. So just let go of any expectations. But any way you look at it, half the country is going to be really pissed off come Monday or Tuesday when they do the elections. It is going to be a country in turmoil. So really, light workers and healers are going to be needed, and it's giving you a chance to really explore and shine your light. I'm going to end on that note, but love and light, and I'm here for readings and healing if you need it. Bye, guys.